Thank you, Senators. Now the reading of the journal. Senator Blackwell, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to dispense with the reading of the journals.
Senator moves to dispense with the reading of the journal. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Message and petitions, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. President, there are none.
Committee reports. Senator Blackwell, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to dispense with the reading of the committee reports.
Senator moves to dispense with the reading of the committee reports. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Next, the reading of titles, bills, and resolutions. Senator Blackwell, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to dispense with the reading of the bills and resolutions.
Senator moves to dispense with the reading of the bills and resolutions. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Introduction of guest. Any senator have introduction of guest? Mr. Clerk, my screen is blocked here. One moment, please. Senator Chisholm, for what purpose do you seek recognition?
Introduction.
Introduction, please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. It is a great privilege and honor to me to introduce today our Doctor of the Day. He is from Pontotoc, from my district. He's an awesome person, and I've grown to just be a really good friend to him. He's also with the Mississippi Physicians Workforce, Dr. John Mitchell. Please make him welcome.
Thank you. Welcome, Dr. Mitchell. Appreciate your help today as Doctor of the Day. Moving to the calendar, no further questions. I'll move to the calendar. Recognize the Chairman of Rules, Senator Kirby. You're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to call up House Bill 1, Item 1, House Bill 1, as title be read.
Mr. Clerk, please read the title.
House Bill number 1, state flag shall be the design recommended by the commission to redesign the state flag and improve for in the November 2020 election.
Make your usual motion, Mr. President.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Senator Kirby, you're recognized to explain the bill.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'll yield to Senator Wiggins, the author of the bill, to explain the bill.
Senator Wiggins, you are recognized to explain the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Pro Tem, Mr. President. Actually, not the author of the bill. This is House Bill. Thank you. This is House Bill 1 that has come over to us from the House, and it is to ratify what our voters in the state of Mississippi have done. And real briefly, when Pro Tem White in the House presented this bill, he stood before the body over there and said, "It's a different day." And when we were in this body, I guess last session, it was tough, but it was the right thing to do. And everybody stood strong, and then the voters, by a vote of 71.3%, 943,918 votes in the highest turnout election in Mississippi history, adopted this flag. So real briefly, Section 1 is the actual parameters, I guess, of the flag, and talks about, the design and things like that. I wanted to go over what's in Section 2 because I personally, like many of you, had people ask, hey, what does it mean, or how did the design come about? And so if you look in there, it has the magnolia, which is the state flower of Mississippi and is a symbol that's long represented our state and the hospitality of our citizens. It also represents the state's sense of hope and rebirth. And then the 20 stars represents Mississippi being admitted to the Union as the 20th state. And then what you have is you have the gold 5-point star, which represents our first people, the indigenous Native American tribes of the land that would become Mississippi. The color blue in the center panel echoes the blue of the American flag and represents vigilance, justice, and perseverance. The red represents the hardiness and valor of our citizens. The gold bars and gold stamen of the magnolia represent the rich cultural history in our state, specifically the visual arts, literature, music, and performing arts that have originated here. So with that, this is a momentous occasion. The voters of Mississippi, all voters of Mississippi, from north to south, from east to west, 80 of 82 counties adopted this as the state flag. And so with that, Mr. President, I would move for passage on the morning roll call. If not, I would answer any questions if there are any.
First, any questions? Senators requested any questions? Seeing none, we're ready for the resolution, Mr. Senator.
Move passage on the morning roll call, Mr. President.
Senator has moved for passage on the morning roll call. Does anyone object to the procedure? Does anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Mr. Clerk, Ms. Secretary, would you please join me and count the noes? Mr. Fillingame, Ms. Chisholm, Mr. Whaley, Mr. McDaniel, Ms. Sojourner, Mr. Tate, Mr. Seymour. Anyone else? Anyone else? Ms. Clerk, please read the names.
Voting no or nay: McDaniel, Sojourner, Fillingane, Whaley, Chisholm, Tate, and Seymour.
Senator Hill is voting present. All others, please record as voted aye.
6 shy of a quorum. So we got 48. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're short 6. So what we got? Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6. We minus 6, so we got 3.
Did you say 46 are here?
46 are here.
Yeah, that's it.
By a vote of 38 yeas, 7 noes, and 1 present, the bill passes. Move to announcements. Does any senator have an announcement to make? Any senators have any announcements? Senator Michelle, you're recognized for what purpose?
For adjourn in memory, please, Mr. President.
Please proceed, Senator.
Mr. President, we lost one of our former members around approximately 10 days ago. Senator Nolan Medetol passed away at the age of 75 years. He served in this body for 16 years and served 8 years over in the House. He was a very successful pharmacist. I would like to ask unanimous consent to add the entire Senate to the adjournment.
Unanimous consent has been requested. Seeing no objection, it is granted. Thank you, Senator Michelle. Senator Younger, for what purpose are you seek recognition?
Adjourn in memory.
Please proceed.
When the Senate adjourns today, please do so in the memory of Annie B. Hurd. This is the mother of a good friend of mine, Keith Hurd. And I would also like to remember Mr. Billy Swedenberg from Mayhew, Mississippi. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Senator DeBar, for what purpose do you seek recognition?
Announcement, Mr. President.
Please proceed.
At 1:30 today in room 216, Education will meet. We'll have a short briefing from the Department of Education on the current status of education and where we're going forward in the pandemic. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. Clerk, please record that. Senator Butler, for what purpose do you seek recognition?
Adjourn in memory, Mr. President.
Please proceed.
When the Senate adjourned today, we would like for you to adjourn in memory of William Bell, who was an employee at Alcorn State University, passed on the 29th, and also in memory of Louis Perry, who was an employee with MDOT, who also passed on the 29th.
Thank you, Senator Butler. Senator Kaufman, for what purpose do you seek recognition?
Adjourn in memory.
Please proceed.
When the Senate adjourns today, I'd ask that they do so in the memory of Willie Wallace, Brandon, Mississippi, good friend of mine who passed away on New Year's Eve.
Thank you. Senator Blunt, for what purpose do you seek recognition?
Adjourn in memory, Mr. President.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. On this historic day, when the Senate adjourns, I would ask that we do so in the memory of a former member of the State House, former state tax collector, former state treasurer, former lieutenant governor, former governor of the state of Mississippi, and in my opinion, the greatest statesman in Mississippi history, the Honorable Governor William F. Winter, who passed away just a few days ago.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator Blunt. Senator Hobson, for what purpose do you seek recognition?
Adjournment in memory.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. When the Senate adjourns today, I ask that we do so in memory of Mr. James E. Sturgis, Sr. of Vicksburg.
Thank you, Senator Hobson. Senator Kirby, for what
Thank you,
purpose?
Mr. President. I'd request immediate release on House Bill 1, please, that we just passed.
Immediate release.
No objection.
Seeing no objection, immediate release is granted. Any other announcements? Any other announcements? Is the intention of the President that we would finish our work early in the morning tomorrow and not be called into session on Friday of this week? Senator Blackwell, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate stand in recess until 5 o'clock today, at which time the Journal will reflect and show we are adjourned until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Senator Blackwell moves the Senate stand in recess until 5 p.m. today, at which time the Journal will reflect the Senate stands adjourned until 9 a.m. on Thursday. All in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it. The Senate stands in recess.